morning, everybody. I'm Bearded Ink, and today we are going to cover the 2022 Twitch dashboard. Now, the dashboard is one of those places that is easy to get to, but very, very difficult to navigate. There's a lot going on, and it can actually be quite confusing. So I put together this little video tutorial to help you get through the Twitch dashboard, to understand where everything is and to get the most out of it so that your streams and your community can grow and evolve over time. There's actually a lot of good things in there. There's some things you may want to avoid, but we're going to cover everything from how to get into the Twitch dashboard through the entire menu on the side there and go over every aspect of it. This is going to be a very long tutorial. If you do not want to watch it all in one setting, I have split it up into 4 parts. The links to the individual parts are going to be in the description below. And if you would rather read along, I also have a 4-part series on the blog on 1445.com. That link is also in the description below. Grab your coffee and let's get into it, because like I said, this is going to be very long and I don't want to delay any more than we have to. So let's get going here. When you first log into Twitch, you're going to be greeted with the Twitch page or your home page, whatever it is. The first thing you're going to notice is that your little icon or avatar is now up in the top right hand corner. We're going to go ahead and click that, and you're going to open up the Twitch menu. This is split into 6 parts. We're going to cover those 6 parts real quick. The first section also has your avatar in it. You can click on it to go to the settings portion of the Twitch dashboard. And then it has your username, and this just verifies that you are you're logged into the right account, etc. The second section will have the channel. This takes you to your channel page, the main home page for your account. The video producer, which is a part of the Twitch dashboard under the content section, which we will cover in just a moment. And then the creator dashboard and safety sections. And the creator dashboard is one of the main entry points into the Twitch dashboard. Again, we'll get into that in just a second. The third section is your emote attribution. This is new in May of 2022. You can actually give your artist, the people that create your emotes, you can give them credit and to attribute them in your streams and on your chat. And this is where you go to do that. The fourth section has your subscriptions, your drops, and the wallet. The wallet is your online currency holder. If you buy bits and cheers, you can store them in there. You can see your balance. You can buy more. You can set up a top off. The drops, we are going to cover drops in the later part as we get to that part in the Twitch dashboard. This will just take you to your drops inventory. So any drops that you have collected, this link will take you directly there. And then the subscriptions will show you anybody that you have subscribed to, when the subscription renews, and what benefits you get from that streamer, such as sub badges and things like that. The fifth section is your settings. This is a separate part of the Twitch dashboard and one of the first ones we're actually going to cover. You see my Better Twitch TV settings here. That is from a emote add-on that I have added. You probably won't have this unless you've already enabled Better Twitch TV, which I do cover in a different tutorial. I'll put that card up when the tutorial is live, so it should show up around now. The language selector, you can pick what your native language is, and then the dark and light theme toggle will toggle between the light and dark themes on Twitch. And if you are using the light theme, you probably need to get off my page because you're very weird. I'm kidding, but no, I don't know why anybody would want to use light theme. It's very bad on the eyes. Anyway, the sixth section of the menu is just your log out, or it will turn into a login if you are not logged in. And that is your basic menu. Like I said, you've noticed there's a few different points of contact to enter the Twitch dashboard. We're going to concentrate on 2 of them for this first part. We're only going to worry about the first one, which is the main section, the settings section. What I want you to do when you get the chance is to click on the settings here in the 5th little section of the menu, and you will see that that brings us to the main settings page. Now here, you'll notice at the top, there are 7 different little links that you can click on, little tabs, if you will. Profile, Prime Gaming, Channel and Videos, Security and Privacy, Notifications, Connections, and Recommendations. You default to the profile part when you click on the settings from the main menu, and here you can change your profile picture. You can update your profile banner, and you can change your username, display name, and add a bio if you like. The important note on the username, you can change your username, but you can only do it every 60 days. And if you are to click the edit and change the username, it will tell you if that username is available. It will show you what the new URL is. But let's cover a couple things quickly. First, once you click update, you are locked into that name for 60 days until you can change it again. If you make a typo or you're trying to use letters and numbers and you pick the wrong number or whatever, and you click update, you're stuck with it. You cannot go back, and you must wait 60 days to change it again. Second thing, this will change your Twitch URL. So in this case, my robot account that we're looking at here, Robot Bearded, if I were to change this to Robot Beard or Bearded Robot or something else like that, it would change the actual address to access the page. Robot Bearded would no longer exist. So any links on your link tree or other social media profiles that go to that page will need to be changed too, because it will not forward to the new account. Basically, the old page will be deleted and the new one created in its place, and there is no cross linking between the two. So make sure that if you do change your username, it is something that you want to do, and that you double and triple check the spelling before you click update. The display name is how you appear on Twitch. And basically, this is just custom capitalization. You cannot add spaces. You cannot make it anything else. You can't add underscores. You can't add or remove numbers or anything like that. Like, for example, if I were to try to put a space here in Robot Bearded, it wouldn't let me because that is not a part of the username. So you can only change the capitalization if you want to. It does help if you have like a multi-name, because they're all smushed together with no spaces. You can add the capitalization to help display the name better. And then your bio, you have 300 characters to tell Twitch about you, and this comes up on your about page. It's on the little tag on your user card too. Just a quick, hi, this is what I do, who I am, when I stream, etc., etc. And then finally, you can disable your Twitch account. If you disable it, it does not delete it, but it will hold your username, and you will not lose that username due to inactivity, which can happen if you don't disable the account. So if you're going to go on a long vacation, something like this, then you want to click the disable account. This is just a link to take you to that page where it will explain everything a bit more. Moving on, back at the top, we have Prime Gaming. Since Amazon does own Twitch, you can link your Amazon Prime account. If you have a Prime account, I highly recommend that you do. This will give you a few more settings. It will give you a lot of features that you otherwise wouldn't have. Especially when dealing with like the video on demand aspects and video storage. So if you have Prime Gaming, connect it. You can do that right here on the Prime Gaming. If you don't have it and you want to get an Amazon Prime account, you can do so by clicking the big yellow button. And once you do all that, this is where you will have your Prime Gaming default colors and emote types and things like that will show up here for you to select. Okay. We're going to go ahead and keep moving straight on. Channel and videos is what's up next. Now, this actually takes you to the main dashboard page. As you can see, a lot of it has changed on the left menu. We are going to cover all of this in detail later on as we go through the main dashboard. So we can kind of ignore it a little bit here, but I want to touch on it because this is also where you go to do your about you, your branding, your scheduling, and the featured content. We're not going to cover these three, brand, schedule, and featured content, right now, because I do go into depth when we get into the full settings section here later on in the tutorial. But if you want more control, again, you see this is what your at the top. This is what your About Me card will look like. This will show up on your About page, and then on the side of your video when you're offline, it shows you how many followers you have, your bio, and then any links you created. So here again, we have the username, the display name, and the bio. The same rules apply to all of these. But now, instead of the disable link account or disable account link as it is, we have our social links, and you can add up to 5 different external links right here. As you can see, I have my main account, Bearded Ink. I have a link to that Twitch account. You can also add a link to your Twitter, your Instagram, your Discord, your Linktree, whatever it is. What you would do is you would add a title. So we could just say Twitter right here. And so when you come down to the link URL, you can type that in. So we put that in, you click add, and then it shows up down below. It also shows up on the preview, as you can see here. And it does have the main accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Linktree, Discord, things like that do have their own icon. If you put your own personal website, it'll just have a default website icon. And then here you can click and drag them and change the order or edit and delete them as you see fit. And it automatically updates on here so that you can get a live preview of what everything will look like. Let's go back now to the settings here. So that was the channel and videos. Let's go to security and privacy. Now, if I am going a little fast, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through. We have a lot to get through, and I want to keep this as compact as possible. We're already looking at over an hour, I believe. So there's a lot going on. Again, check out 1445.com for the written version of this, and we cover everything. But now we're on the security and privacy tab. And the first thing is your contact. None of this ever leaves Twitch. This doesn't even leave this page. But it is important that you keep this updated. So if you change your email address, if you change your phone number, you need to let Twitch know, especially once you become an affiliate, because this can affect your payouts and how they contact you. So your email account here, you can click on edit. You can click the little icon, icon, right? Yeah. You can click the icon to show what they have here if you don't know. And then you should get a verified email. Click the link in the email to verify that it is yours. And then the verified will show up here like it does for me. The enable additional account creation toggle is not only a mouthful, but this is important if you want to create additional accounts using the same email address. So for example, I do this with my robot account that you see here. My main account has the enable additional account creation toggle on, and then I use the same email for my main account and my robot account. Now, as a non-affiliate, you may not want a bot account at this point. I do recommend that you create one though. It will come in handy a lot later on as you grow and become an affiliate. Other things will need a bot to run, and you can use your own account to enable those features, and it makes everything a lot more organized. But if you don't want to, you don't have to, and you just leave this toggle off. The next one is your phone number. Again, you can click the eye icon to view what they have down as your phone number. You can click the pencil icon to edit it, or you can delete the phone number. Note that the email is required. Phone number is not required, and this is going to be important later on, and I'll explain that when we get to it. But having a phone number is a good backup source. So if you do have your own cell phone number, add the number in there. That way you can get notifications or get back into your account if something were to happen to your email address, and you get locked out or need to sign in quickly. You can do that with your phone number. And also, again, you can create additional accounts with your phone number instead of the email by clicking this toggle on or off here. Below this is the security section. This is where you change your password and set up two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is going to be like a little app on your cell phone that'll give you a 6-digit code, and then you can put that in It's an added layer of protection. So if somebody is trying to hack into your account, they would need the code generated from your cell phone app to even be able to log in and make any changes. And without that, they can't. Now, I will tell you right now, as a non-affiliate, it is not required. However, if you are growing and you plan to grow and plan to become an affiliate, two-factor authentication then becomes mandatory. So go ahead and set it up now. Just get it done. Add the extra layer of security to your account and don't worry about it. Once it's done, you're done. And you only have to use it if you log out and log back in. The privacy section down here then allows you to see who is blocked. If you have blocked users, maybe somebody was toxic in your chat and you decided to block them or ban them, they will show up here. If you clicked on the show blocked users, it will show their username and when they were blocked down here. If you don't have any, obviously, like my robot account hasn't blocked any because he doesn't go live, but this is where you can see who you have blocked, or if you want to block somebody after the stream is already over, maybe somebody contacts you offline and they're very toxic or hateful, something like that, you can enter their name in this spot here as long as you spell it right and then click the add button and they'll appear on your list. Next is the same thing. You can block whispers. Whispers are Twitch's form of a direct message, a DM or a PM. They show up in a little pop-up box and it's basically a communication between you and that person only, and nobody else can see it. If you don't want strangers to be able to whisper you want to enable this toggle here. And then make sure that you understand Twitch defines anybody as a stranger as anyone who is not someone you follow, someone you subscribe to, one of your mods, or one of your editors. So if you have a moderator and they don't stream, so you don't follow them, and they keep messaging you through a whisper and you don't want them to, you first have to make them unmodded. They can't be a mod because they're no longer a stranger. You can block receiving gifts on channels that you don't follow. Now, most people will leave this toggle off because if you do visit some partner streamers, say, for example, and they get a lot of gifted subs, if you have this off, you can receive a gifted sub even though you don't follow that person. But if you do go and check them out once or twice a week, say, without following them, you can still receive those gifts. If you don't want to, though, you don't have to, and you can click here, and then you will only get gift subs and other gifts from channels that you do follow. Next, we have the hide the progressive gifter badge and gifts given count. So if you've been around Twitch for a while, you have seen, that somebody, they gifted 5 subs in this channel, and then below that, it'll say they have gifted a total of 150 subs or whatever their number is. If you are a person that does a lot of gift subs for other channels, but you don't want other people to know how many you have given out over the course of however long, you can enable this toggle and it will hide that portion. So it'll just say your name gifted 5 subs to this channel and then list the 5 subs that you gifted, but it won't say you have gifted 75 total to this streamer. It's just another privacy thing. Sometimes people that gift a lot of subs will get a lot of contact, a lot of whispers from people saying, hey, can you gift me one too? And that kind of thing. So this helps kind of prevent that. The last two, you can hide your subscription status in chat viewer mods. So if you are subscribed at a tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3, it will hide that fact and only give you that you are subscribed. And it won't show up in your profile or your chat card. You can hide that here. Most people leave this on because you want to celebrate what you have done for another person. So if you are a tier 3 gifter, you want that to be known. And if that is enabled on that streamer's card, it will show up. And the hide the founder badge. Now, this is a new one. I believe it started in April of 2022. The Founders Badge is a badge that is given to the first 10 people to subscribe to your channel. So from the day you hit affiliate, the first 10 people that subscribe to your channel, whether they remain subscribed or they only subscribe for 1 month, it doesn't matter. The first 10 get a special little subscribers badge that is known as the Founders Badge. And you've probably seen it around. It's the little pink badge with the first written in it. But some channels go above and beyond on their subscriber badges, and they make this specific, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month badges, and they are amazing. And you might want to use those badges instead. If that's the case for you, you can come here and click the Hide the Founder badge, and you will actually use the channel subscription badges instead of the Founder badge. One thing to note on that, though, as you can see, it is a either on or off. So you cannot select like a per channel basis, at least not yet. So if you're either going to hide the Founder badge on every channel, or you're going to have it on for every channel that you are a founder for. And that concludes the security and privacy. We're going to scroll back up to the top now and click on notifications. Now, the notifications of the settings is fairly self-explanatory. Notifications are your emails, your little push alerts on your cell phone, or notifications that come up on Twitch. So we have a couple things here that I want to cover real quick before we move on to the Connections tab. And that is smart notifications is the first thing you see here, this little toggle. I suggest that you turn it on. This enables you to only get notifications depending on what your Twitch activity is. So, for example, if you are not logged into Twitch, you have the browser closed down and you don't have the app open on your phone, then Twitch will send the notifications to your email. If you are logged into Twitch on your phone, you'll get a push notification on your phone. And then likewise, if you are logged in and on the browser on your PC, you won't get the email or the push notification, but instead you'll actually get the little pop-up on the top right-hand corner, somebody going live or whatever on Twitch itself. This helps you get less notifications and only get the notifications where you are active on Twitch. So turn that on, and then you have your 4 drop downs. So this will be, again, what kind of notifications do you want? So the on Twitch one, we can get all notifications, or you can select which notifications you want when you're logged into Twitch. So if you only want somebody when they're live, you can click on this one. You can turn on when somebody's doing a rerun, clips, events, when all moderators, if you get a gifted sub, when your subscriber gets an email. And you can go down the list and take a look. And then at the very bottom, you'll notice receive the browser notifications for this device. So if you do log into Twitch on different browsers, you can turn it on per browser. The same thing for the email. They have the toggles. And then again, for the on mobile, you can just go through. It tells you exactly what each one of them does. So for the events, it's when an event you follow is about to begin. If someone mentions you in a chat room, it'll give you a notification, or in this case, we're on the mobile phone, it'll give you a push notification. So just go through the list and have a look at what they do and enable or disable the ones that you don't want. And then on a per channel, anybody that you follow will have here, and then you can turn on, I don't want notifications for Bearded Ink, which you should never turn off notifications for Bearded Ink. But if you don't want them, you can turn them off here per channel. Now this will just turn off all the notifications that you have here. So if whatever I have selected up on these is what I will get on my channels that I follow. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. But if, for example, there is like a 1 or 2 channels that you follow, you just don't want the notifications for, then you can toggle them off here. So let's go to connections. Again, I know I'm moving fast, but we got a lot to get through, boys and girls. So the connections tab. When you get to your connections tab, these are accounts outside of Twitch that can connect to Twitch for various reasons. Like we've already covered the Amazon Prime account one, that is still on here. But you have your recommended connections. So this will be like your Blizzard Battle.net, Steam account, YouTube channel, your Twitter account, Riot Games, and Ubisoft. These will never change, and you can just click the little connect button. It'll do the whole, take you to that site, do the authorization and log in, click OK, and then it'll tell you that it's connected. And then that way Twitch will be able to talk to that port, whether it be YouTube or Twitter or Steam. And this comes in handy, especially if you have a YouTube channel, a Twitter account, or a Steam account, and you want to auto post, make go live notifications on Twitter, different things like that, or use the Twitch API within these that have a talk back to Twitch. You'll need to connect, and this is where you do that. Below that are your extension connections, and some connections will require a Twitch authorization, especially if they are third party, and we will cover the extensions in more detail again later. Just know that you can disconnect them here once they are connected. And then you have other connections. These are things that are not going to always appear on this list. This list should actually be blank for you until you have some connections. So here you can see I have my streamer bot, my emote again, and then OBS. Once you connect OBS, it needs to connect, that kind of thing. So for example, if you start off with, say, Nightbot, it'll need a connection to Twitch. That'll be here. But if you decide later on to move to a better bot like streamer.bot, you can then come in here, find your Nightbot connection and disconnect it so that that connection is no longer valid. And then that way Nightbot does not have access to your account anymore. Finally, we get to the last part, and this is recommendations. Now this, for almost every user, is going to remain blank as you see it here. The category feedback, channel feedback, and video feedback are things that Twitch sends to you when they want to know your experience. So if something happens on feedback on a category, for example, if Twitch is like, I wonder if the new software and development category is doing well, and they notice that your account constantly views them, they may send you a small survey. Normally, this is left to partners and those that have been affiliate for a while and are super active on the site. But it does happen that they want to know what non-affiliates and young affiliates do think. So you may end up getting those surveys and things like that. And when you get them and complete them, they will show up in this spot. But for the most part, this is going to be blank and you will never need it. Now, we're going to go back to our main page. So we're going to click on our channel. Okay. Because that is the end of section 1. So part 1 is done. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in continuing on in part 2, we are going to enter the main part of the Twitch dashboard from the menu, again, a separate access point, and we're going to go down everything. So link in the description below for part 2. Click on that, and I will see you over there.